Hey, ready? Today we're doing something super useful in Telugu. Those little endings that show who receives something, who gets called, who you see, who you talk to, who you go with. This is the stuff that makes your Telugu sound natural fast. Not textbook robot Telugu. Real, everyday Telugu. The big idea is simple. In Telugu, instead of changing word order a lot, you often attach a small ending to the noun or pronoun. That ending tells you the job of the word. So instead of memorizing 100 abstract rules, think in meanings. Who is being seen? Who is receiving? Who is with whom? Who is for whom? Nice and practical. Today we'll focus on a few high-frequency patterns you'll hear all the time. Nu or ni for a direct object in many common cases. Ki for to someone, for someone. To for with someone. And a couple of super common object forms like nannu, ninnu, ataniki, amanu, varlato. If that sounds like a lot, chill. It's actually very pattern-based. Let's start with the feel of it. If I say nenu atani chusanu, that means I saw him. That atani is him as the object, the person receiving the action of seeing. If I say nenu ataniki ichanu, that means I gave to him. Now he's not the thing being directly seen or called. He's the receiver, so we use ki. If I say nenu atanito matladanu, that means I spoke with him. Now it's do, with. So here's your memory trick. Nu or ni often points at the target of the action. Think see him, call me, watch the movie. Ki often means to or for. Think give to me, tell him, send to them. Do means with. Think with me, with her, with friends. Very often if you just ask yourself, is this the target, the receiver, or the companion? You'll pick the right form. Let's make this real with pronouns, because pronouns are where people hesitate. Me becomes nannu when I'm the object. So, call me is nannu pilavu. To me is naku. Give me water, naku nirlu ivru. With me is nato. Come with me, natora. You, casual singular, becomes ninnu as the object. I saw you, ninnu chusanu. To you is niku. I'll tell you, niku cheptanu. With you is mito. I came with you, mito wachanu. He is atanu in the basic form, but as an object often atani, and to him is ataniki. With him is atanito. She is ame, object form amanu. To her ameki, with her ameto. They in everyday speech warlu. Object form often warlanu. To them warlaki, with them warlato. Notice something nice? The endings stay pretty consistent. That's your shortcut. Learn the meaning of the ending, not just isolated phrases. How do you say call me tomorrow in Telugu? Nannu repu piluvu. Nannu repu piluvu. Nice. Let's break it quickly. Nannu, me as the object. Repu, tomorrow. Piluvu, call. Super useful pattern. And here's a practical note. With verbs like churatam, to see, and pilavatam, to call, you'll very often feel that object marking strongly. Somebody is being seen, somebody is being called. So Telugu likes to show that clearly. How do you say, did you see her in Telugu? Amenu chusava. Amenu chusava. Perfect. Amenu, her as the object. Chusava, did you see? That little va sound at the end gives the question feel in casual speech. Now let's switch to giving. This is where ki becomes your best friend. If something goes to someone, ki is usually hanging around. Nako ivu, give to me. Ataniki cheppu, tell him. Ameki pampu, send to her. Varlaki chupinchu, show them. How do you say, give me water, in Telugu? Naku neelu ivu. Naku neelu ivu. Good. And quick side note, Telugu often uses neelu for water in everyday speech, especially drinking water, and it sounds very natural. So neelu ivu is a great phrase to own. How do you say, I gave it to him? in Telugu? అతనికి అది ఇచ్చాను. అతనికి అది ఇచ్చాను. Nice one. Literally, to him that gave. Telugu word order is flexible, but this order is very common and comfortable. You do not need to force English order. Telugu often likes the receiver before the verb, and often the thing also appears before the verb. Let's build a tiny pattern set with the three verbs we're focusing on. Chudatam, to see. Ninnu chusanu, I saw you. Amenu chustunnanu, I am seeing her, or more naturally, I'm looking at her. Varlanu chusava, did you see them? Ivatam, to give. Naku ichadu, he gave to me. Nenu ameki pistakam ichanu, I gave a book to her. Varlaki message ichanu sounds a bit off, because for message, Telugu often prefers pampanu, sent, or cheppanu, told. This is a useful real-life reminder. Not every English verb maps perfectly. Use what sounds natural. Pilavatam, to call. Nannu pilichadu, he called me. Amenu pilivu, call her. Varlanu enduku pilichavu, why did you call them? How do you say why did you call them in Telugu? Varlanu enduku pilichavu. Varlanu enduku pilichavu. Good. And there's that new pattern again on the target of the action. Now let's add to, with. This one is friendly and easy. If you want to say with me, with you, with him, with them, just think nato, nito, atanito, ameto, varlato. How do you say I am talking to them in Telugu? Varlato మాట్లాడుతున్నాను. వాళ్ళతో మాట్లాడుతున్నాను. This literally feels like I am speaking with them. In Telugu, మాట్లాడటం often works with to. So instead of trying to force a direct word-for-word English structure, remember the natural Telugu pair. వాళ్ళతో మాట్లాడుతున్నాను. Here's another one. How do you say come with me in Telugu? నాతో రా. నాతో రా. Short, casual, super common. If you want a slightly more polite version, you might hear nato randi. But for our casual spoken flow, nato ra is a great phrase to remember. Now, an important trick. Don't memorize every form as if it's random. Group them by person. Me, nannu, naku, nato. You, ninnu, niku, nito. Him, atanni, ataniki, atanito. Her, amenu, ameki, ameto. Them, varlanu, varlaki, varlato. That's a powerful memory ladder. Same person, different relationship. Object, receiver, companion. Nannu, naku, nato. Say that with me mentally once. It really sticks. Let's do a few fast ones in context. How do you say, I saw you yesterday in Telugu? Ninna, ninnu, chusanu. Ninna, ninnu chusanu. Yes, and funny little detail. Ninna can mean yesterday, and in a different context, ninnu, spelled differently, means you as object. So pronunciation and context matter. Telugu keeps you awake, boss. How do you say, I will tell her, in Telugu? Ameki cheptanu. Ameki cheptanu. How do you say, he called me, in Telugu? Nannu pilichadu. Nannu pilichadu. How do you say, did you give it to me, in Telugu? Naku adi ichava. Naku adi ichava. Beautiful. You can feel the system now, right? Let's talk about a few common mistakes, because these are super normal. Mistake 1. using the basic pronoun where Telugu wants the object form. For example, saying Nenu chusanu atanu for I saw him. That feels broken. Better, atanni chusanu, or even Nenu atanni chusanu, if you want the subject included for emphasis. The object needs its proper form. Mistake 2. Mixing up object and receiver. If you want to say, I gave him a book, don't say atanni pustakam ichanu. That sounds like him is the direct target in the wrong way. Use ataniki pustakam ichanu. To him, a book, gave. Mistake 3. Translating English prepositions too literally. For talking, Telugu often likes to. So instead of trying to build to them in a rigid English way, natural Telugu often says wanato matladanu, spoke with them. Mistake 4. Forgetting that Telugu often drops obvious subjects. You don't always need nene, nuvu, atanu if the verb already makes it clear. So ninnu chusanu is often enough for I saw you. That makes your Telugu sound smoother. Let's do a tiny mini scene. I'll say the English, and you think of the Telugu. Call her. Amenu pilavu? Almost. Better. Amenu pilavu. Give it to them. Wallaki ivu. I came with him. Atanito vachanu. Did you see me? Nannu chusava. Tell me tomorrow. Naku repu cheppu. See how useful these are? This is not fancy grammar for exams. This is day-to-day Telugu. Now let me give you a short story in Telugu. Listen first for the little endings. Ninnenu na friend nu chusanu. Ataniki oka book ichanu. Atanu nannu కాఫీకి పిలిచాడు. తర్వాత నేను అతనితో చాలా సేపు మాట్లాడాను. అతను ఆమెను కూడా పిలిచాడు. చివరికి మేము వాళ్ళతో కలిసి ఇంటికి వెళ్ళాం. Now the same story, one line at a time. నిన్నేను నా ఫ్రెండ్ ను చూసాను. Yesterday I saw my friend. అతనికి ఒక book ఇచ్చాను. I gave him a book. అతను నన్ను కాఫీకి పిలిచాడు. He invited me for coffee. తర్వాత నేను అతనితో చాలా సేపు మాట్లాడాను. After that, I spoke with him for a long time. అతను ఆమెను కూడా పిలిచాడు. He called her too. చివరికి మేము వాళ్ళతో కలిసి ఇంటికి వెళ్ళాం. Finally, we went home together with them. Nice. That story alone gives you 3 huge patterns again and again. Object, to someone, with someone. Here's one more memory hack before we wrap up. Think of Telugu endings like tiny stickers. Nu sticker, this person gets the action. T sticker, this person receives something, or it's meant for them. Tho sticker, this person is your companion in the action. If you can identify the relationship, the ending becomes much easier. And one more practical note. In fast everyday speech, pronunciation can soften a little, and some forms may sound slightly compressed. Don't panic. First lock in the clear forms. Nannu, niku, atanito, vallanu. Clear first, speed later. Let's finish with a quick spoken recap. If you see, call, watch, or directly affect someone, you'll often use forms like nannu, ninnu, amenu, vallanu. If you give, tell, send, or show something to someone, you'll often use naku, niku, ataniki, vallaki. If you go with, talk with, come with someone, you'll often use nato, nito, ameto, vallato. And remember the core trio, nannu, naku, nato, ninnu, niku, nito. Say those a few times later, and your brain will start building the rest automatically. You're doing great, seriously. This kind of pattern work is where Telugu starts feeling less like random pieces and more like a system. Keep noticing who is the target, who is the receiver, and who is with whom. That one habit will save you again and again. All right, last one for the road. How do you say I saw them and talked with them? వాళ్ళను చూశాను, వాళ్ళతో మాట్లాడాను. వాళ్ళను చూశాను, వాళ్ళతో మాట్లాడాను. Super. Same people, different endings, different meanings. That's the whole game. Keep going. You're getting this. And next time, these forms will start jumping out at you in real conversations.